An extraordinary call between Donald Trump and Benjamin Netanyahu has triggered a firestorm, and to call it a heated conversation would be a major understatement. Not only did Trump not mince any words while lashing out at Netanyahu, in his anger, he reportedly used language that we will just tell you about, which has also raised questions. And those words we obviously cannot say out loud. You see, as journalists, we are supposed to bring you exact quotes and statements. But when a world leader uses such words, we have no choice but to hide behind asterisks. First, what was the call about? According to an Axios report, President Trump on Monday reportedly hit the brakes on the Israeli Prime Minister's plan to bomb Hezbollah targets in Beirut. This was after Iran threatened to abandon its negotiations with America over Israel's actions in Lebanon. What exactly did Donald Trump say? Well, a lot. And I repeat, we are putting out the statement concealing those words with asterisks. According to the Axios report, Trump told Netanyahu, "You are crazy. You would be in prison if it weren't for me. Everybody hates you now. Everybody hates Israel because of this," quote unquote. That entire statement on your screen. It could not be more brutal than this, clearly. And according to the report, at one point, Donald Trump yelled at Netanyahu and went ahead and said what is also there on your screen. How can we possibly read out those words on television? Would I ever use such language on the show, for example? But then note those words. Everybody hates you now. Everybody hates Israel because of this, quote unquote. That's what the American president reportedly said. Is this the kind of damage that has been done to Israel is the immediate question that also is being asked. Has Netanyahu then become the worst prime minister in Israeli history is also being asked. And these are among the many questions doing the rounds. The Axios report also highlighting how the two leaders have had several tense calls in the past, but have still coordinated closely on Iran and other issues. The report says, according to one official, this was one of Trump's worst calls with Netanyahu since he returned to office. And that at a time like this clearly tells you a lot. And what was the end result, you ask? The report, citing an Israeli official, said, Israel no longer plans to strike Hezbollah targets in Beirut. What was Trump's anger about, really? According to the Axios report, Trump was concerned by the fact that Israel had killed so many civilians in Lebanon and objected to the Israelis knocking down buildings to take out a single Hezbollah commander. The report says Trump's anger appeared to be driven by the fact that Netanyahu's decision to escalate in Lebanon was threatening to implode his negotiations with Iran. In fact, here's something else you should know, just for further perspective. In a development that in a way broke with political tradition. It broke with political tradition. The New York mayor on Sunday did not attend the city's annual Israel Day parade. Mamdani reportedly talked about skipping that event well in advance, and during a press conference had also said that he has made his views on the Israeli government abundantly clear. Now, coming back to the phone call between Trump and Netanyahu, Trump clearly had a lot to say, and his messaging, those statements, the use of those words, all of this has triggered questions and speculation about what all this means for Netanyahu and the Trump-Netanyahu equation, given Trump's apparent frustration and anger over the situation. So that latest call between the two has naturally led to speculation about where things stand between them. Questions like, is Netanyahu resorting to these actions in Lebanon to jeopardize the US-Iran deal, for example? Is a possible rift now out in the open? And where do things even go from here? What's going on behind the scenes? The thing is, Trump's call, the manner in which it was conducted are all signs, and as the Axios report also says, his decision to rein in Netanyahu was a clear signal that he does not want his key ally to get in the way of a deal with Iran. To stay up to speed with the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.